good is melody? What good is music if it ain't possessing something sweet? Now it ain't the melody and it ain't the music. There's something else that makes this tune complete. Yes, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Well, it don't mean a thing. All you got to do is sing.
Hello, everyone. Hello, nice to see you and nice to be seen. And before anything happens, I would like to thank the opening done by the West End Blues to open this whole thing. And you're going to see an amazing group of people, which I would like to describe to you in verse, which was composed by Duke Ellington. But first, I wanted to tell you that I will soon be joined by my cohort in crime, Tony Waag. And
I'm here now.
You're there, okay, Tony. I'm going to let to read this thing. You know about this, but not a lot of people know how I am going to describe to you the people that are going to be seen. Now, this was written by Duke Ellington. And it goes like this. Night creatures, unlike stars, do not come out at night, they come on, each thinking that before the night is out, he or she will be the star. They are the restless cool whose exotic or erotic animations, no matter how cool, beg for recognition, mainly from the queen, that dazzling woman who reigns over all night creatures. Everybody scrambles to be in place, wailing and winging into the most overindulged form of up and outness.
Did she say outness?
I said outness, yes.
That is so cool. I love that. You know, I think we should mention that we're kind of planning a future event where we're gonna feature a lot of the Duke's written material, because he wrote a lot of stuff that wasn't necessarily put to music, right, Merce?
Exactly.
So, so let me just welcome everybody personally from my end of things. Hi, Mercedes, I love you.
Hi, Tony, I love you.
We've been doing these collaborations, which is really kind of interesting because this program is about a collaboration, of course, between Louis Armstrong and the Duke. But Mercedes and I hooked up a while back, and we were doing these concerts at Birdland, and then of course COVID intervened, so then we started doing some virtual concerts, and here we are. This is like our fifth one, I think, or fourth, fifth.
Yes, I can't count. I can only count to 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all I count.
Okay, well, but we do have two nonprofits that we want to just mention. We've got DECFA, of course, that's the producing agent here tonight, Night Creatures. After 4 p.m. is Night Creatures?
Well,
Yeah.
we don't know anymore.
Depends on where you are. Eastern Standard Time, we're a Night Creature. So DECFA, the Duke Ellington Center for the Arts, 501c3, nonprofit. We are here. I'm on her board. Mercedes is on my board, and I have the American Tap Dance Foundation. And the reason we're collaborating, thank you, Mercedes, because Mercedes, as I do, feels that music and dance are one and the same thing. And the fact is, Duke Ellington felt the same way. Duke Ellington always included tap dancers and dancers and vocalists, along with vocalists and musicians, of course, in his programs. And I guess it was about 3 years ago that we inducted Duke Ellington into the Tap Dance Hall of Fame. He was the first musician inducted into the Tap Dance Hall of Fame. So I just wanted to say that because we've got, I think, 4 different tap dancers, including myself, in the program tonight. And what else? What else? Should we invite Michael? Let's get Michael Konopka, our fearless board chair, out here to pitch a little bit. Michael, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Did you say pitch?
Yeah.
Pitch.
I
want to make sure I got that right, Tony.
Yeah, come on. You look handsome. Ask for some money.
First of all, Mercedes Ellington, thank you very much. Tony Waag, thank you very much. And most importantly, thank you for all of you folks for tuning in and spending your afternoon with us here today as we present this program in celebration of a collaborative effort between Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington, and partly based upon the album that they did together in 1961 entitled The Great Reunion. And I also want to say on behalf of all of you who are celebrating, Shana Tova, and we are going to be celebrating today. I've been involved with the Duke Ellington Center for the Arts for about 5 years, and it's been my honor to be a chairperson of the board for about the past year. And during that time, I've come to understand the music of Duke Ellington and American music, as Duke liked to call it, because Duke didn't like to categorize music. He felt it was beyond category. He felt it was American music. And that's what we're going to be presenting to you today. And so I just want to assure you that we're going to do that, because the goal of the Duke Ellington Center for the Arts, or DECFA, is to preserve and promote the legacy of Duke Ellington through outreach and through education. So my commitment and our commitment and the commitment of all the people involved in today's performance is to try to reach out to you. Those of you who know this music, perhaps you will hear it in a different way, or you'll hear a different song, or you'll hear a different performer, or it'll be in a different discipline with dance. And for those of you who don't know the music of Duke Ellington, or don't know the music of Louis Armstrong, perhaps you will gain a new insight, because that's what the arts are all about. It's gaining an insight into our lives, and that's what we're trying to do, is promote that so that we can all grow and we can become perhaps better people. And if we do our part, and if we do that, perhaps at some point during or after this performance, you'll be willing to help us. And you can help us by helping us meet our mission. You can talk about American music, and you can talk about and think about it, and you can share it with your friends, and you can promote us, and so that the next time we have this sort of event, you can participate and your friends can participate in it. And God willing, at the end or at some point, if you're willing to make a contribution to DECFA, there will be buttons on the side. You could go to our website and make a contribution at our website as well. So that's our goal, that's our purpose. We're here to spread the music. And Duke Ellington, as Mercedes said, and as Tony has said, and we've said before, is one of the most prolific American artists and composers of all time. He's attributed with over 3,000 compositions. He's won at least 13 Grammy Awards. He's won a posthumous Pulitzer. And Louis Armstrong is a trumpeter, iconic composer, vocalist, and an actor. Many of you know him as an actor. He was inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame in 2017. So you guys are in for a treat. I'm not going to take any more of your time talking about this spiel, or pitch, as Tony likes to say. But it is my pleasure to introduce our next act, which is DeWitt Fleming Jr. and Jennie Fleming as well, and Jennie Harney Fleming. It's my pleasure to introduce them. You guys are there. I just want to say a few words about them before I begin. DeWitt is a native of Washington, D.C. on the one hand. Jennie is a native New Yorker. DeWitt graduated from the Duke Ellington High School in D.C. Jennie graduated from LaGuardia High School for the Performing Arts. And I just was imagining some sort of a competition between these two schools. Here goes my phone again. So anyway, they're both well established in their fields. DeWitt has toured the world. He's performed with Cirque du Soleil, Bobby McFerrin, other notable artists. Jennie has also performed across the country in a number of different venues. She made her Broadway debut as a lead role in Nettie in The Color Purple, and she's more recently a standby, been a standby in Hamilton. So these are two very talented people. It's our pleasure to present them. One thing I just want to say before I let you guys perform and I'm off, is that DeWitt has created the only microphone that is geared exclusively for miking tap dancing. You're going to hear it today. It's a special treat for you guys. I think you'll hear it. It does make a difference. It's called Do It Right Tap. Do It Right Tap, and it's a special microphone. And without further ado, here's DeWitt and Jennie. Thank you very much.
And you are listening to Eli Yamin on the tender tones of the piano. Oh. Yeah, DeWitt Fleming Jr. Jennie Harney Fleming. Name some. Take me down to Duke's place. Why this spot in town is Duke's place. Oh, that piano sound at Duke's place. Saxes do their tricks at Duke's place. Fellas swing their tricks at Duke's place. Come on, get your kicks at Duke's place. It's not yourself a seat and where you wanna eat. You look around and yell, wait, are you fill your cup full of dreams and drink it up. You're chatting around with your girlie. It's after 3 o'clock, but baby, it's early. If you've never been to Duke's place, take your tootsies into Duke's place. Life is in the spin at Duke's place. Give me something, baby. Take me down to Duke's place. Ah, this boxing town is Duke's place. Love that piano sound at Duke's place. Saxes do their tricks at Duke's place. Swing their chicks at Duke's place. Come on, get your kicks at Duke's place. Find yourself a seat, and when you wanna eat, you look around and yell, "Wait, you fill your cup chock full of dreams and drink it up. You're jetting around with your girlie. It's after 3 o'clock, but baby, it's early. If you've never been to Duke's place, take your tootsies into Duke's place. Life is in a spin at Duke's
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Jennie Harney Fleming, DeWitt Fleming Jr.
Eli Yamin on the.
Eli Yamin on the piano.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Jennie, DeWitt, yeah. Where's the baby? Okay, so I knew. Oh, are you going to answer that, DeWitt?
Oh, Jenny's getting it right now. She's
Oh,
coming.
good. We want to see her.
Yeah, while I got you here, Tony, want to tell the people that we made history at Jazz and Lincoln Center by creating the very first jazz album there that has tap dancing on it.
And it's gorgeous.
Yes, it's called Sax and Taps Explosion Live at Dizzy's Club, so check it out.
Check it out on iTunes, right?
Yes, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever they have.
Oh, look! How old is she now?
She's 4 months.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Yep. So someone's been a little busy. That smile. Okay, so I'm going to introduce our next performer. That was wonderful. But how do you introduce someone of such? Well, I know. Maybe this is what we'll do. We've got a little competition going on. I'll call him. It's a wild call. I'm going to call him out of the wild. Okay, here we go. Me first. Okay. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, and hey, everybody.
The poets say that all love is blind, but I'm in love and I know it time. Well, the good books say, and you shall find. Well, I'm at sword and I know where to climb it. My life is just like the weather. It changes by the hour. When she's near, I'm fair and warmer. When she's gone, that's cloudy river. In emotion like the ocean, nothing but when I'll beg another woman like I never treat me sweet and gentle the way she should. I got it back, and that ain't good. My heart is sentimental, that's made of gold. I got it bad, that ain't. But when the weekend's over and Monday rolls around, I end up like I started out, just crying my heart out. She don't love me like I love her. Nobody can. I got it bad, and that ain't good. When the weekend's over and Monday rolls around, I end up like I started out, just crying my heart out. She doesn't love me. Got it bad, and that ain't good. I got it bad, and that thank you to my dear friend, Maestro Frank Owens, for that accompaniment.
Beautiful, but I think you got that wrong. I think it's you got it good, and that ain't bad.
I guess you got it right. You got that right.
Okay, so now it's my pleasure to introduce two numbers. The second one is Eli in person, doing Azalea. Now, this is a piece that was on this tribute album that I kept thinking, wow, somebody's got to do something to this tune, because it's just gorgeous. So you'll hear that. There are some words to it, though, that I just, it was such a fine spring day down Louisiana way with fragrance divine and such magnificent regalia, oh so fine. Azalea, I just wanted to do that. Azalea. But before we hear from Eli, it's my pleasure, as always, because I've done it many, many times, because I've worked with this woman for over 20 years, and she still looks 18. I think she has a portrait in the attic somewhere. And I would just say I love her. She's gorgeous, talented, a sweetheart. Please welcome Karen Callaway Williams.
fabulous. Just fabulous. Eli, I must tell everybody about your strong constitution because you were one of the first, or if not the first, musical directors of the Road Company of Sophisticated Ladies. And if you could survive that, you could survive anything.
Well, it's my honor, Mercedes. That was a really fantastic trip back in 1993, all those years ago. Wow.
Oh my God. I don't believe it. Unbelievable. Just fabulous. Thank you so much. So now I think that it's time to switch gears now a little bit and introduce to the mix the jazz woman to the rescue. And if you haven't heard by now, that is one of the nicknames of Antoinette Montague, who is going to be our next performer. And she is going to be doing a piece called the Creole Love Call. Now, not that that has anything to do with Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington, except that Duke Ellington did write it. And we're talking about Louis Armstrong, who was from Louisiana, who was from New Orleans, and that's where Creoles are from. So we just put it together because this was a piece that was introduced, I think, by what's the woman who introduced it. I worked with her and I can't remember her name now, but maybe Antoinette remembers her name. And I got to work with her in a show called Black Broadway, which was Bobby Short appeared in that, and Gregory Hines and Frank Owens and the Copacetics. And but she introduced the song, and this is a challenge, but it is usually a duet between trumpet and vocals. So it's going to be very interesting. And of course, the trumpet is going to be represented today by none other than James Zollar. So Antoinette, if you are in the mix, can we go on with the show?
We are here to go on with the show.
Great.
Wonderful. Good evening, everybody. Mr. Zollar. Rock, everybody.
All right. Nice.
That was great.
Everybody.
Loved it, Antoinette.
Ellington Center for the Arts. I think there's a donate button somewhere. If there's not, there ought to be one. Privileged to be on the program with all these great artists, and I'm so thrilled to see Andre DeShields in the house. Wow, what a privilege. Thank you, Mercedes Ellington. Thank you for the whole entire board, and God bless the world and our country, and there we go.
Well, thank you for Antoinette. That was a wonderful rendition. I know that Adelaide Hall is up there cheering you on, and she was the one to introduce this. And I know you and one of your descriptions that you have never met a note that you did not conquer. And what a wonderful thing that you've contributed in your musicality, with your kazoo, with whatever you do. It's just an amazing appearance. And sure, there she's got that kazoo ready. I know. It's a wonder. I don't know if you had a shofar in your amongst your instruments. I was ready for anything. I was really ready for anything. But I wanted to also tell everybody about the story of Barney Bigard, who it fits into this category because you'll find out there were different categories according to the color of the skin of the people in New Orleans. They were either octoroon, or they were Creole, or they were other categories. And one day, Barney Bigard, who was in the Duke Ellington Orchestra, he was from New Orleans, and the band was playing in the South. And the band usually, after rehearsals, they take time out to take tours through the town they're playing before they do the gig at night. So they were on this bus tour, and when they got on the bus, the people, all of the musicians, went to the back of the bus, which was the thing of the day. And Barney did not go to the back of the bus. He sat down just opposite the bus driver. And all of the other guys and the musicians said, "Come on, Barney, we're supposed to go to the back of the bus. We have got to be free to do the gig tonight. If we don't want to get into trouble, come with us to the back." And Barney said, "No, I'm sitting right here." And they tried to persuade him to go to the back of the bus to sit with them. And he insisted on sitting right opposite the driver. So they said, "Well, we are not going to get into trouble, so we're going to the back of the bus." Well, the bus driver got up and went over to Barney and said, Barney, he didn't say Barney, he didn't know who he was. He said, "You are supposed to be sitting in the back of the bus with your friends." And Barney said, "No, I'm going to sit right here." And so they went back and forth, and the bus driver said, "Yes, you're supposed to sit in the back of the bus." And Barney finally said, "But I am Creole," because he was light-skinned with straight hair. And so he said, "I'm Creole." And the bus driver said, "I don't care how old you are." True story.
Good story.
True.
And Mercedes, Perry Drake, who is Barney's granddaughter, is actually tuning in today.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us, Perry.
Yes, because Kent Drake's first wife was Barney Bigard's daughter. So if you follow that. Okay. So I guess we are going to the next which is our big production number, if you want to call it that, because it has the largest cast, animals included. And we're going to have a cross-current segue between Marion Cowings, accompanied by Andrea Wright, and influenced and inspired by Mimza the cat. And then we go into Ty Stevens. Ty Stevens will be making various remarks, similar, Andre, to Rocks in My Bed, but not in competition with. So you'll hear his rendition, and maybe we can, make a big production out of this, and after all, in some other venue. So no telling what we're going to be doing if and when things open up, because the sky's the limit. So here now for you and your enjoyment is Marion Cowings, Andrea Wright, Mimza the cat, and Ty Stevens.
Thank you, Merce. Wow, it's an incredible introduction. My agent warned me, he said, never follow, you want to get in show business, never follow dogs, children, or Antoinette Montague, okay? I mean, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. But I am a crazy person, but I have the strength of Andrea right here, and the love of my life, who is at home right now. So she sent in a photo. I'm going to be doing a tune that so many people recorded. We're going to be doing a tune, and we're going to pay tribute to Pops, that he was an all-purpose genius, okay? Every singer that tries to scat owes a debt to him, because he was one of the first to scat on a recording that was distributed around the world. He had so many gifts, and he was a consummate performer of every way, and he was so incredibly confident in his abilities. He could be a clown, he could be a serious cat, and when him and Duke got together, it was quite an amazing collaboration. So we're going to give you our own stomping rendition of I'm Confessing That I Love You. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm confessing that I love you.
Ooh, you in trouble now.
Tell me, do you love me too?
Ooh, deep trouble.
I'm confessing that I need you.
Be careful with that confessing.
Honest, I do. Need you every moment. In your eyes, I read such strange things.
Maybe you need a new pair of glasses.
But your lips deny the truth.
You might want to get that in right.
Will your answer really change things? Making me blue.
Oh, you're in it neck deep now. Neck deep.
I'm afraid someday you'll leave me.
That's your insecurity talking.
Saying, can't we still be friends?
You might be talking to another man. Oops.
And you know that it will grieve me.
Za, 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 za.
All on life, on you depends.
Now that's a flair for the dramatic, don't you think?
Am I guessing that you love me?
Keep digging that hole.
Dreaming dreams I dream in vain.
Put the drink down, brother.
I'm confessing that I love you over again.
Give me a kiss to build a dream on, and my imagination will thrive upon that kiss. Sweetheart, I ask no more than this, a kiss to build a dream on. Kiss me, give me a kiss before you leave me, and my imagination will feed my hungry heart. Leave me one thing before we part, a kiss to build a dream on. When I'm alone with my fancies, I'll be with you, weaving romances, making believe they're true. Oh, give me your lips for just a moment, and my imagination will make that moment live. Give me what you alone can give, a kiss to build a dream on. Play, Eli, play, Eli. I'm alone with my fancy, I'll be with you, weaving romances, making believe they're true. Oh, give me your lips for just a moment, and my imagination will make that moment live.
Sing it, baby.
Give me what you alone can give, a kiss to build a dream on. Oh, yeah.
Wow, go for it. What a
Yes.
Yeah.
Kiss to build a dream on.
Oh my God, that was great. That was great, Ty. It's great to see you get up and dance. Hey, everybody, isn't it kind of interesting? Sometimes it really looks like people, when they're singing, they're playing the piano. They're actually sitting at their computer, but it looks like you're playing the piano. I love it.
Yeah.
So moving forward, we have a very, very interesting young man who needs a haircut. I've presented this young man a couple times. He's a multi-talented guy. So let's bring AC Lincoln out. Zoom out. Resume. Resume, AC. Resume.
What an intro. Thank you so much.
You don't look like you're playing the piano.
No, I'm playing the guitar.
Okay, well.
But you do need a haircut.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yay, AC, that was great. That was great. That was In a Mellow Tone, a composition from Duke Ellington that he composed in 1939. Thank you, AC. That was really, really special. It's my pleasure to introduce our next guest, our next musician, David Ostwald. David is a very talented individual. If you look him up on the internet, you'll see all sorts of things about him. He was born in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. He went to the University of Chicago. He's been performing with the Gully Low Jazz Band. Now he has the David Ostwald, Louis Armstrong Eternity Band. And he's been performing at Birdland for the past 20 years, every Wednesday. I've seen him a number of different times. He won a Grammy in, what year was this, 1986. He's recorded other
Nominated.
other albums as well. He's performed at Midsummer's Night Swing. But the thing that you're not going to see is what I know, and that's David is a lawyer. It's a deep, dark secret. David and I went to law school together at New York Law School. We started in 1979. We both graduated, and through the years, I've always run into David. He, as a matter of fact, he lives around the corner from me on the other side of Riverside, West End Avenue, between West End and Riverside. Our kids, my son went to school for a while with his daughter at the computer school. So I've always maintained a relationship with David, and I've seen him through the years. And I know he's now focused and been focused for the past several years exclusively on his music. And it's been great knowing David, and it's great seeing him. I'm so happy he's performing tonight. And one thing I will say is that, when I would run into David, we'd be going to the subway, and David would be going down to his office. I'm going to mine. I do trial work, basically. And David would look at me, and he'd say, "Oh, well, you're a real lawyer." And so what I want to tell everybody is that whether or not I'm a real lawyer, I don't know, but David Ostwald is a real musician. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce my friend, David Ostwald. David, take it away.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Merce, I love that story about Barney Bigard. I don't care how old you are. That was a great story. So I'm going to play a tune that Louis and Duke recorded together on their record, the one record they made together in 1961, The Great Reunion, and it was written by Duke and Barney. I don't care how old you are. Here it is, Mood Indigo. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And I'm glad you enjoyed the story about Barney Bigard.
Hadn't heard that one.
Okay. I got a lot more, but you know, one by one, step by step.
There you go.
Now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you two people that I greatly admire, and they're doing a song. They're dancing to a piece called Don't Get Around Much Anymore. But these people, they get around, they get around, they get around. They are competitive ballroom dance teachers, performers, and the gentlemen, they both actually coach me, and they've got the patience of Job, because it's a very different thing for a dancer, a Broadway dancer, tap dancer, to get introduced to the world of ballroom dancing. But here, and I know that they are not going to involve her because she's probably taking a nap, but this is Princess Leia, who is the most recent addition to the world of ballroom dance via Michael Choi and Vanda Polakova. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are.
Mr. Sanders dance, would they crowded the floor? Couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door. They have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. But nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
Yay! Yay, 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 yay. And thank you, Princess Leia, for allowing them to get around much anymore. So they're fantastic ballroom dance. Like I said, Patience of Job. They are performers in many, many areas of dance, including both the Latin rhythms and the regular rhythms. You name it, they can do it. So look out for them when we all get back to normal if you want to trot around the floor yourself. And they are in the Big Apple Ballroom. You can get some more information. So now I guess we are up to the sugar rum cherry. Now, you might ask, who is the sugar rum cherry? The sugar rum cherry is actually the sugar plum fairy. And if you saw our presentation at Birdland of the Nutcracker Suite, the Ellington Strayhorn Nutcracker Suite, you will know that this next performer, you may recognize her because she rules the realm while the prince is away. And I just want you to welcome now the Sugar Plum Fairy, Sugar Rum Cherry, and that is Sharon. Sharon, would you join us? And she's dressed to the nines. I mean, what can I tell you? Sharon Konopka, welcome.
Well, thank you, Mercedes. It's such a thrill. Thank you so much. And it's a pleasure to work with DECFA and to work with all the amazing artists. And I'm thrilled to be here to have Andre the Shields here, and especially my accompanist, Glafkos Konomentiotis. Today I'll be singing Just Squeeze Me. Now, it was composed by Duke in 1941 for his musical revue, Jump for Joy. And that musical revue was to celebrate the banishment of Uncle Tom and Jim Crow by eliminating all black stereotypes from the show. However, as a result, the cast received death threats, and Duke called it the first social significant show. The instrumental was Subtle Sloth, and that was Just Squeeze Me, and it was played as an instrumental. Then Lee Gaines eventually wrote lyrics to it, and it became Just Squeeze Me, and it's been recorded by many people. Jump to 1961, and both men, Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington, as you know, with their album The Great Reunion, both of them who are beyond category, they also lived their lives and by their music stood up for racial injustice and just social injustice. And my favorite version is they did this song, Just Squeeze Me. My favorite version is Louis Armstrong and Duke, and Louis, nobody sings it like Louis Armstrong. Thank you. Treat me sweet and gentle when you say goodnight. Just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. I get sentimental when you hold me tight. Just squeeze me, but baby, don't you tease. Yes, and yes, since you went away, the blues away each day, counting nights and waiting for you. Oh, I'm in the mood to let you know I never knew I loved you so. Say you love me too. Get that feeling. I'm in ecstasy. Oh, baby. We since you went away, singing the blues away each day. And the nights and waiting for you. Oh, I'm in the mood to let you know I never knew I loved you so. Say you love me too. Oh, and I'm in ecstasy, oh, baby, baby, squeeze. That don't you tease me. Squeeze me, daddy. Baby, squeeze me.
Nice.
Thank you, Glafkos Konomentiotis. Thank you.
Yeah, very nice.
Only you can pronounce that. Oh my goodness. You can take lessons.
Very nice. Hey, Mercedes, while I've got you, we forgot to introduce our new names.
Oh, what is that? Pray tell.
Salt and pepper.
That's right. We're introducing you.
Only there's a bunch of salt and peppers out there, so but we're the new ones.
Yes, we're the latest in the
latest salt
and pepper. Yes, that's it.
Little spice there.
Yes, of course.
Okay,
So
I guess I'm on.
Well, yes, you are. I mean, I was supposed to introduce you, but
well, go ahead.
Who needs it? You do not need an introduction, but you do need an introduction. You are so busy. You're so multi-talented. I don't know how you run the school and you manage to perform and you do all of these youth things and you got the American Tap Dance Foundation. And of course, you had all of these experiences with the greats like Gregory Hines and the Copacetics. And I mean, if people are looking for authenticity, they need to come to you, because nowadays everybody's claiming everything that they've done, and there's no proof, but you have the proof. They're under the walls of the foundation, and now we're going to get further proof of your performance and your performance abilities and thrills and actions for everybody, and you are going to now perform Lucky So and So.
Oh, really? Not Azalea?
Well, the next time I think we're going to do a production number of you and Eli and Azalea, and maybe we'll have a whole big thing with the students and everything. So to promise you, yes, next time, and you will sing Azalea.
Okay.
But now we're going to hear you do Lucky So and So, which was done in Sophisticated Ladies by Gregory Hines. And we had a taxi cab that Ty Stevens will remember, because they did doo-wops. And that was in between times backstage when the Diva Dog dolls had their appearances. So now, here we go. You'll hear more about this in subsequent performances of ours. Here we go with Tony Waag in Lucky So and So.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to say that I do feel very, very lucky. I mean, I have an amazing support staff, not even a staff, an amazing family, an amazing partner. I have amazing funders and boards. I want to shout out to Pam Coslow Hines. I saw that you were here. So this can be a little tribute to you as well, Pam, as well as Gregory, who we all miss terribly. But yeah, in the days of COVID, I'm looking, I'm thinking, I'm reminiscing, and I'm realizing I am really lucky, a lucky so-and-so, a very lucky so-and-so. So lucky. I mean lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. It's so true. Cause as I walk down the street, seems everyone I meet gives me that friendly hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. The birds in all the trees, they are so neighborly. They sing to me wherever I go. Oh, I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. Lucky, 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 lucky. If they should ask me the amount in my bank account, I'd gladly confess that I'm slipping. Oh, but that don't worry me. Confidentially, I'm a dream, and it's a pimpin'. Oh, when the day is through, when I hurry home to someone who waits for me, I know. Oh, I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. It's so true. It's very true. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, I'll gladly confess that I'm slipping. Oh, but that don't worry me. Confidentially, I'm a dream, and it's a pimpin'. Oh, when the day is through, and I hurry home to someone who waits for me, I know. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. Oh, yes, I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. Thank you.
He's not drowning. He's not drowning.
That's a slow tempo, let me tell you. That's
I know.
a shoe.
I congratulate you. Yes.
Another song's coming on. Hold on. There.
Yes. Okay.
Frank Owens on the piano, by the way.
Fabulous.
Did you
Just
hear him?
fabulous.
Could you hear him a little bit? He was kind of like,
The energy
Oh.
through.
Listen, he's a talent beyond belief. So now we saved the best, to last,
For the
right?
last, that's right.
And I would love to introduce Andrea de Shields, but it's more appropriate that you do. So
Well,
why don't you?
we've had a lot of experiences together, some of which now people might get confused because we call each other hubby dearest and wifey dear. And that was because of some confusion in checking into hotels, foreign hotels all across the world. One of which being in the Emirates, where we went to Abu Dhabi, Al Ain, and Dubai. And we have had, I just wanted to say that Hubby Dearest is, we have a memorable experience in the Emirati Jeep Safari Desert.
Whoa!
Emirati Jeep Safari Desert, because nothing will ever surpass those memories, of course. But just without further ado, I'd like to present to everyone the Viper himself, Mr. Andre de Shields.
Woo! Am I good to go?
Yes, you are.
There are some things that we all know, but we don't take them out and look at them very often. We all know that something is eternal, and it ain't names, and it ain't houses, and it ain't earth, and it ain't even the stars. Everybody knows in their bones that something is eternal, and that something has to do with human beings. All the greatest people ever lived have been telling us that for 5,000 years. Yet you'd be surprised how we're always losing hold of it. There is something way down deep that is eternal about every human being. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Moses is I see skies of blue and clouds of white. The bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They saying I love you. You know, some of you folks be saying, hey, Pops, what you talking about? What a wonderful world. What about all those wildfires all over the place? They ain't so wonderful. And what about all those hurricanes and climate change? They ain't too wonderful either. But why don't you listen to Pops for just a minute? All I'm saying is that the world is not too bad. What's wrong with it is what we are doing to it. But what a wonderful world it would be if we just give it a chance. Love, baby, love. That's the answer. If lots more people loved one another, we could solve lots more problems. And this old world would be a gasser. I hear babies crying. I watch them grow. I learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful zigzag, 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 zot, oh,
More. Andre, one day we'll tell them the full story of that Emirati Jeep safari.
All of it?
Well, as much as you want. You
gotta keep one secret or two.
Okay.
Well, thanks everybody for coming. My gosh,
All right.
Michael,
I think it comes back to me. I have to just finish my pitch. Tony, I know you're a lucky guy, but I'm even luckier because I get to speak after a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful performance by everyone. Of course, we've just witnessed the iconic and amazing Andre DeShields. He's there's nobody like Andre. You are a force of nature. God love you. I hope that we have accomplished what I had proposed at the beginning of today's performance, that through this and through the performances that you see and through the music of Duke Ellington and through his collaboration with Louis Armstrong, we have changed perhaps just a tiny bit how you look at the world, how you look at yourself. And maybe tomorrow morning, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, geez, I really don't want to have to go through another day, you're going to think about today's performance and what a wonderful world we have. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to expand and we're trying to preserve this legacy. Please do what you can on your own to promote that. And of course, we wouldn't mind if you clicked on the donate button that's on the right, that's on the chat bar. And we wouldn't mind if you went to the DECFA website and signed up and made a contribution there. These will help us perform this mission. This is our third performance. Everyone, honestly, has gotten better and better and better. And that's because of, not only because of the artists, because of you guys and what you're doing. And we have more participants now than ever before. And I thank you. I thank you for coming in and spending your afternoon with us today. It means so very much to all of the performers and to me and Mercedes. I want to say thank you again to Mercedes, Tony, James, Nabuko, DeWitt, Jennie, Kenneth, Karen, Eli, Antoinette, Marion, Andrea, AC, David, Michael and Vanda, Sharon, Andre, and behind the scenes we have Mary Dove and Miles Puritan, and Richard, of course. Richard Miller is helping us. I do also, it would be remiss of me to not mention the passage of the notorious RBG, a hero of our time. She will be missed, an amazing Supreme Court justice.
And also, I'm sorry to interrupt, but also Ray Carmen of the Duke Ellington Society. We want to express our best to the family on his passing, a wonderful giant and source of information of Duke Ellington heritage and legacy.
Yes, he passed away beginning of September, right?
September 9th.
September 9th, right, Mercedes. Thank you so much for pointing that out. On behalf of DECFA, on behalf of everyone else here and all the performers, thank you for joining us, and I hope you contribute and spread the word about this music that's beyond category. Good night, goodbye, love you madly. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Mimsa the cat. Thank you, Princess Leia.
I knew he left out somebody.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Bye, Mercedes.
Good night.
Good night, Tony. Good night, guys.
Bye,
Thanks.
everybody.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we should.
And thank you, Phoebe Jacobs.